Today, I'd like to share an interesting strategy to surprise your opponent in chess. Typically, opponents expect you to aim for checkmate, but will take a different approach by targeting their queen. This tactic provides a significant material advantage that can lead to a win later in the game. Let's explore an alternative strategy that guarantees the capture of your opponent's queen. Regardless of their move, they are destined to lose their queen against you. Suppose they play pawn to d4, a common move. We have a solution for this situation as well. After d4, we will proceed with 45 gamut, pushing our pawn forward. Following that, we play bishop to c5, developing our piece. Typically, your opponent responds with knight to f3, which is the most frequently played move according to the database. Now, we play pawn to d6, another ordinary move, pretending that we are simply developing our pieces. Here, it's important to note that if you're playing an online blitz game, it's advantageous to quickly lay your next move. This gives the impression that you pre-move the knight to jump on e7, anticipating your opponent's developing move. They might capture the knight, believing they are winning the game. However, that's when you unleash a powerful counter-move, bishop takes f2. This unexpected move forces the opponent's king to move, thereby exposing the queen's vulnerability. We seize the opportunity and capture the queen, achieving our goal. But the traps don't end there. Even titled players have fallen for this deceitful strategy. Starting with the move pawn e4, if your opponent responds with pawn to f5, you can sacrifice the pawn by playing knight to c3, attacking the pawn and aiming to regain it. Black usually defends the pawn by playing knight to f6. At this point, you realize you can reclaim your pawn by playing pawn to f3. Once your opponent captures it, you recapture with your queen, a move that not only prepares for potential castle queenside but also offers significant compensation despite sacrificing pawns. While your opponent may notice your repeated pawn sacrifices, where black can safely capture pawns on d4, gaining an advantage, you counter by playing bishop to e3. Developing your bishop with a tempo. This move helps maintain your development and provides considerable compensation. Your opponent will likely contemplate their next move, with one common choice being queen to b4, appearing advantageous as it retreats and counterattacks the pawn on b2. This move seems to initiate a sequence where black can attack your rook and knight, and even threaten your castle queenside. However, the refutation comes with the move 9 to b5, a high-level maneuver difficult for black to foresee. This move sacrifices the queen and creates a checkmate threat in one move with knight takes c7. Due to this impending checkmate, black cannot capture your queen, as knight takes c7 leads to an immediate checkmate. Additionally, the black rook on a8 is blocked, preventing any interference. Black struggles to defend their pawn, especially considering the interference caused by the knight on b5, impeding the defense of the pawn on b7. In addition to knight takes c7, you have another powerful threat, queen takes b7. Executing this move would result in complete devastation for black, as your queen would attack the rook and knight, possibly even targeting c8. Consequently, some opponents might opt to sacrifice their queen by playing queen takes b5, preventing an immediate checkmate. However, the primary goal was to win the opponent's queen, and victory can still be achieved. You gain a substantial material advantage, setting you on a winning path. If you are interested in exploring further variations and strategies, I have another video dedicated to this specific approach. Nonetheless, if you prefer not to engage in these special trap openings, you can continue with your usual moves and tactics. That concludes our discussion for today. We'll reconvene in the next episode of Get Smart. Take care and stay tuned for more insightful content.